Hey guys, how's it going? So if you haven't noticed already, today we got our first look at Jared Leto. Leto. If I'm wrong, don't correct me. It's Leto. Anyways, we got our first look at his Joker from the new Suicide Squad movie. And the reaction online is pretty divided, I would say. There are a lot of people who are loving the look, who say that it is the best iteration of the Joker yet, and there are a lot of people saying that this is going to ruin childhoods and people are going to hold, mass suicides or whatever. No pun intended. But anyways, and I have to say I'm on the fence about it. There are a lot of things that I like, and I would say there are more things that I don't like about it. Actually, if you catch me looking off to the side here, I have the picture pulled up on my computer, and it's scaring me a little bit. I'm going to minimize that. Anyways, if you haven't seen the picture yet, I will let you guys study it here for a second. And we're back. So, I have to say that I do, in a certain sense, like the kind of over-the-top Joker that they're looking for. Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight seemed, appearance-wise, seemed a little more restrained, and he was kind of, in the Nolan verse, you can see that a lot of things are reality grounded. You're not going to let this homicidal maniac, have crazy hair and, theatricality and all of that stuff. But there's something about this that doesn't quite do it for me. I just pulled it back up again. I like the fact that, he's scary. He's the, I would say, only Joker that I've seen so far. If I was walking down the street and I saw this guy pop out at me, I would turn and run. I would waste no time trying to argue with him or hassle with him or anything like that. I would just be done. One thing that I really, 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 really dislike are the tattoos. I like the fact that he's kind of a little more sinister, he's a little more twisted, but one thing that I don't like is that he has tattoos of himself. I mean, it's like, I would understand if you're going for more of a sinister kind of over-the-top villain. You could give him tattoos and make him look a little more twisted and insane. But when he has tattoos of himself, it's like, it makes it seem a little bit more like he's aware that he's a villain in a comic book. I mean, he has the Cheshire Grin. Yeah, right here. He's got ha 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 ha. I notice he has a deck of playing cards that says all in on his shoulder with like a jester over here. One thing that I did notice is on his abdomen, there's kind of like one of those Tupac type tattoos, I guess, with the font. You know what I'm talking about. I can't make it out because the picture's cropped off there, but it looks to me like it does say Joker. So that's kind of like, okay. That would be almost exactly like having Batman get a bunch of Batman logos in Justice and I'm Batman tattooed across his forehead. Yeah, that's another thing. He has damaged tattooed across his forehead. And it's like, okay, well, if I was Batman, I can just get I'm Batman right across my forehead and just call it good. I mean, it just seems a little cheesy. Now, there are rumors going around that with the leaked set image, that this is actually just kind of a decoy. This is to throw us all off so they can buy themselves a little more time. And honestly, I wouldn't be too upset if that's true. I like it. If they're going for more of a crazed psychopath look, they've definitely got it. But when he has metal teeth and lipstick, and he doesn't have scars on his face either, which, I mean, that's a pretty signature component of the character. Not to mention, he has like a classic 80s bad guy scar over his eye. And I'm just like, that doesn't quite sit that well with me. And another thing that I really don't like about it is his hair. Obviously, the Joker has green hair. But if you notice, in comparison to The Dark Knight, it seems like they're going back further even to Jack Nicholson's Joker, where he had this like crazy stark like emerald green hair. And I just don't think, if they're going for realism, I don't think that's quite how you'll go about it. I mean, if you go back to Heath Ledger's Joker again, you'll notice that it's kind of more muted and restrained, and it's kind of scraggly, and you know, it's more of a muted tone. Plus, he had the facial scars, and he wasn't wearing a surgical glove, which, I mean, let's be honest, maybe it's for the sake of the promotional image, but right now I'm not that big of a fan on it. Now, I will say that I am reserving a large majority of my judgment until we can see this either in a trailer or just flat out see his performance. Batman especially has such a passionate fan base that it seems like anytime they announce something, whether it's a character or a costume or you know, an actor who is playing a certain role, it seems like everyone just freaks out with negativity. I mean, they happened with Anne Hathaway with Catwoman, Tom Hardy with Bane, especially Heath Ledger's Joker. A lot of people really didn't care for that until we saw it, or we heard his laugh in the teaser trailer, and that was a pretty big moment, and it kind of showed a lot of people that don't exactly put your whole judgment on a character based on one picture. So I'm going to reserve judgment. I can't wait to see the movie. It's definitely got a great cast. I mean, you can't go wrong. I think August 2016 is what they're shooting for release, so I'll be there opening night. So anyways, guys, if you want to leave your comments down below on what you think of it, please, I'd love to hear them, and thanks for watching.